Okay.
Oh, well, hello, and a very warm welcome back to the Andrew Eborn Show with me, Andrew Eborn, my very special guest, the queen of sophisticated soul herself. How are you, Candace Woodson?
I am
Without
doing
the T,
quite well.
Woodson. I bet people get that wrong all the
Woodson.
time. Do people put the T in the wrong place?
Yes, they do. Or they Woodson. No, it's Woodson. Woodson.
Exactly, I
And
said it's Woodson. That's what we said. And what, but
Woodson.
The British always like their T, don't they?
They do. They were Woodson. Woodson. I 10 days. I like, or instead of Candace, 10 days.
Oh,
10 days.
but it's Candace, isn't it? Or do you like Candace?
I like 10 days.
Candace. Oh, look at
10
that.
days.
The
Yes.
Candace, the
But
king,
but
queen,
Candace,
and all that
but
sort of stuff.
Candace is really how they do it in the States though.
Yeah. No, but you can be, your name is your name, and we can have all of that. Oh, you've disappeared. So no sooner did you say Candace than you disappeared.
It's the name. The name
It's
has that
the
kind of power.
name.
But you know
We love it.
what? But I love Candace, Candace, anything. Hey, look, just call me. Just call
Just
me.
call, whatever you want to call me, just call me. It's a
The
great,
moment
great
you
line.
get there, like Aretha says, call me the moment you get there.
What a great voice. I love it. Now, talk about great voice and the wonderful gift. In the last episode, we were talking about the jacket. So tell me how that came about.
Well, I actually performed Phyllis Hyman in the Stairway to Heaven play in Philadelphia, her hometown. And when they came to the performance and they saw me portraying her and they actually heard me, they actually, voila!
Oh, look at that. Can we get rid of the plastic?
Let's see if I can.
That is stunning. Look at that.
And you know it's hers because you can see this particular jacket in on her album cover, The Prime of Life.
The prime of life. Isn't that glorious? So tell me the circumstances. What happened? Was it you just finished performing and they came backstage? How did it come
Well,
about?
I'd been rehearsing and they heard it and they sent the jacket backstage and we fixed it to where we made it work. Even though I am a little under 6 feet tall, a little, just a little, but and and she's over 6 feet tall. I was not going to not perform in this jacket, and that's what we did. We actually performed in the jacket, and so now you know, we went on from there, and it's been my story ever since. And our plan is we are going to do a Phyllis Hyman tribute. We're working on that as we speak, and we're going to take the jacket with us because we want a essence of Phyllis there. We want her spirit there. So uh, I have something I know that a lot of people don't have, and that's what I'm thankful for. That I can say no, but I have her jacket.
You
No, but I
certainly have
have
a
her
and so you talk about adjustments. You're 6 feet tall.
jacket.
How tall was Phyllis?
She was 6'2".
Oh, so you were, so it sort of works, really. That's okay.
Yeah.
I
well,
thought you were going to say she's like 4'2".
well, I'm under 6 feet tall. I'm closer to the five, but that's okay because height is not important in this business. But that was why it was so. We cuffed up the sleeves, we put the jacket on, and it just worked. It didn't seem like it was even too big because the moment was about Phyllis and the moment was about capturing her essence, her spirit, what it would be like if Phyllis was here and how could we portray so people could also feel that same thing.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's very tall for a lady, isn't it? Six
Very
six two.
tall.
So
That's
how
why she
tall are
kicked off
you
her
then?
shoes a
How
lot.
tall are you? You're about 5 foot something.
That's right. So 5 foot something. That's good.
Are we going to leave that as a mystery?
We leave it at a mystery. Come see me perform, then you'll know. Just
You'll
come,
know.
come to my performance, then you'll
Wonderful
see.
stuff. But you're 7 foot tall in personality.
Now that is what they said. They said, man, whatever she didn't get in height, she got in personality.
We love it. Well, I'm so pleased that you'll have to put the jacket on by the end of the show. We'll have a look at that. We can see. Did you say you had to bring it in? You adjusted it, or it was just
We
perfect the way it was?
No, 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 no. We had to cup in the sleeves, and we had to, you know, we left the jacket as is, but it was the sleeves mainly. And I
Right.
wore a hat, like, because she would wear hats. So I wore a hat. I wore this black suit that would go on top of the jacket. So it all worked. It all worked really well.
No, beautiful. And as you say, you've got the DNA there, so never get it dry
Yes.
cleaned.
Yes. Oh no, we don't touch that jacket. That jacket stays as is. No, 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 no. We don't want to lose any of that. And
Don't.
I believe in its own way that she is an inspiration for me because I feel like I'm carrying on. I'm showing that hey, we all have difficulties and we need to find out what we can do. This life is hard. There's no sense in pretending like it's not because it is. So, what can we do to make it easier? What can we do to make life easier for all of us?
Yeah, and I think that's the point, isn't it? Because there are a lot of
Yes.
sacrifices in this industry. So behind the Queen of Sophisticated Soul and the sort of glamorous stage with other people's jackets, is there one secret regret from your journey? Something you sacrificed for your music or your boys that still quietly haunts you?
I don't have any regrets because I'm thankful that I was able to be a full-time mom with my sons. When I auditioned for America's Got Talent and actually made it for that. And the story behind that is I auditioned with my band and the band didn't show up, so they couldn't change how you were supposed to, audition for the show. But I actually did make it all the way to television. And the casting judge asked me, said, "What happened?" And I'm like, what do you mean what happened? Well, you have the voice, you have this, you have that, you have everything. And so why are you not further along? And I said, well, I've been a mom. She's like, you need to tell the story. You need to tell the story that you rather invest in your family and your kids instead of this industry. So you are pursuing your dream after the fact, after you knew that your boys had what they needed in order to make it. Because everybody wants to hear the story. And so I'm glad that we're talking about it because that is the story. So I don't have a regret. The one thing is that I do wish that I would have worked on my confidence
Right.
more as a younger child, experiencing all the hardship and the dysfunction. I wish I would have sought help to get the true belief system in, believing that I could actually do this or I was actually good enough. And that way, the industry wouldn't have been so harsh on me mentally if I would have gotten the proper help early on to believe in myself.
Yeah, and that certainly seems a pattern. I have lots of great, great artists on the show, and it certainly seems to be a pattern that you need that resilience, don't you? You need the
I do.
confidence in yourself. And so often it's an industry that gives you knockback after knockback.
It is, and I mean, I experience it every day. Why does it matter how many streams I have? Why does it matter how many hits or how many likes? I mean, why does all that matter? Why does it matter if I have a blue badge? Why do those things matter if the most important thing is, do I have the talent? Do I have a good work ethic? Am I dependable? Have I not proven? Because my career is truly organic. And is it not proven that there's been, I mean, we're talking about over 500,000 of streams. So we're talking about 500,000 people have embraced the Candace Woodson experience to be a part of this journey. So just because you may not see it in every TikTok, you may not see it in every YouTube, you may not see it in every Spotify, but allow the people to enjoy something organically, not something that the industry has forced them to like.
Yeah, and it is so important, isn't it? If you like, it's about
Yes,
respect. So many people clamor to be liked, that
yes,
they worry so much about the views and how many people have liked it, and
yes,
and the
yes.
whole of social media. It's quite pernicious, really,
It
because
is. It
people
really, really
portray
is.
their best life as opposed to their real life.
That's correct. And you know what? And really, Facebook should really be fake book because it's just really what people want you to know about them. It's not really real. And Instagram is what I can instantly create so you can believe something that is really not there. TikTok, let me let me just do something that's crazy so I can, become I can go viral. So, it's hard in this industry now because nobody wants to hear somebody's raw talent in its raw form. And people like myself, we have to keep going. We have to show that this AI, this all these other things are not going to outlast the human body of what it does organically. We've got to show that it's not going to work. So we have to pull together. We have to support each other. We have to encourage each other.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely right. And so you've achieved the Grammy, the UK's #1 and Billboard's most added. New music happening in 2026. What's the one dream collaboration or stage that still makes your heart race?
Oh, I've got several. Of course, Valerie Simpson. Valerie Simpson acknowledging, saying that I've got the vocal power. I'm like, okay, you can't tell me nothing. Valerie Simpson said I can sing. I can sing. Um, Denise Williams, on the Giants of Soul tour. Oh man, I even get emotional when I think about that because she really is family. You could call her and she would really say, yes, Candace is my family. Because we just built such a sisterhood, and she really took time to nurture me, and she said, I'm going to mentor you because Nancy Wilson mentored me. So to know that I've had that, even the other ladies over tour, Janet Kay, Jackie Graham, Angie Greaves, Gwen Dickey, so many on that tour helped me to embrace being on the stage with seasoned performers and knowing that I really have the ability to do that. But along with them in performing, there's Glenn Leonard of the Temptations. For him to be a friend, and we're going to be doing some things together. I'm going to be an opening act for his tour coming up. So there's so many people that have had an impact. But when we talk about Valerie, when we talk about the Johnson Soul tour, we talk about Michael Powell, who was with Chapter 8, and he did Anita Baker's album. He was the one who produced My Heart, which was the start for me too, like with ballads that a lot of people still enjoy to this day. So I'm really thankful. I'm really thankful that I'm embraced some key components in this industry to give me the continuation of believing I can do it.
Yeah, absolutely. And it is that belief, as we say. We talked about confidence beforehand, but and your mission is to help others find
Yes.
balance in their life through music. Something I absolutely endorse. The power of music is so important. If you could go back to that little girl singing in church, what's the one piece of advice you'd give her about the business, and what would you beg her never to do?
First of all, I would beg her never listen to the outside noise. Never. Never let them get inside of you. It was the same way when I was diagnosed. I believed it was on me, it wasn't in me. So it's the same way when people talk to you, if it's not positive, if it's not constructive, if it's not a way to help you move and be better, don't let it in. Leave it out. Don't let that outside noise get inside of you. And I would tell her that she's good enough. And I would tell her to stay her authentic self. Don't try to be anybody else than who she is because there's no one else that can be her. No one.
Be yourself because everybody else has been taken.
Yes, correct. And you know what? No one can be a better you than you.
It's great advice. So when your grandchildren or fans listen to Free Midas Touch or Trying to Be Perfect decades from now, and people still listening to it on whatever devices we might have then, what do you desperately hope they will feel, and what terrifies you most about how you might be remembered if the full story never comes out?
It terrifies me that because of how this business is and how it takes certain ones who are decision makers to get you to those places, that some of those no's won't turn into yeses. So I am terrified because there's so much more that I want to do. There's so many more places I want to be. And unless those who are in control open those doors, it's getting harder and harder to get in. So it terrifies me that I may not be able to finish what I feel like is my complete path. But I'm thankful that I do leave a legacy for my children's children and their children, and even for women who have dreams and goals that thought that they couldn't do it, but they can look at the Candace Woodson journey and see that you can, because she never gave up. She built relationships, and those relationships opened up doors and created opportunities. I pray that everyone can just hear my passion and my love for the arts to be an entertainer. I pray that they just hear my passion to do this because I'm so passionate about it. I love it. I love to sing. I love to entertain. I love to interview. I love it all. This is not work to me. I love what we're doing because there's somebody out there that's going to be touched. And you know what? If I'm making people happy, that's all that matters.
Absolutely. And as I say, I always have absolute admiration for people who can take their own personal struggles and help others.
Yes, you're right. You're exactly right. So, I mean, you are an amazing interviewer, Andrew, let me tell you, because you made this so easy for me. I wanted to share my story. I didn't want to hide anything because this was so it was personal. It didn't feel like I'm just doing you're asking the questions and I'm answering it. So if you're listening out there, this was not staged. This was not predestined. This was truly Andrew and I coming together and just sharing our story and him finding out about me so you all could be so you can know more about the Candace Woodson journey, that you can understand why she sings like she sings, why she does what she does, how it's happened, and how difficult it's been to get to this point.
Yeah, I know. It's very kind of you to say so. And I just say it is a conversation. I think it's so easy, which is what I love about the longer interviews. I do lots of stuff in the traditional media as well, where you just get a few minutes of sound bites and you don't get to see the real person, if you
Right.
like. And it's that authenticity which is so, so important
It
because
is.
if you prick me, do I not bleed? If you tickle me, do I not laugh? As the great bard said, you work on that sort of basis. So after the cancer fight, raising your boys alone and healing in public, if you could write one final song that sums up your entire legacy, what would the title be? And what's the one line you've never dared say out loud until now?
I kid you not.
It's a great. I kid you not. That's good.
That is going to be, whenever I write a book, I promise you the title is going to be I kid you not.
Brilliant stuff. And what's the one truth that you've never let out until now?
The one truth is that Candace Woodson does have her down days, but she's never so down to where she's lost her belief.
Powerful words. Final one then, Candace. And I want the unfiltered queen on this one. If someone is listening in their own 2014 moment, and you had all of that really, really difficult year for you, they're facing illness, heartbreak, the pressure to be perfect, if you
Yes.
like, what would you sing to them right now live? And what would you whisper when the music stops?
What can I sing to you? to let you know how much I love you. What can I sing to you to let you know you make my dreams come true? Because you make my world such a beautiful place. I don't think that I could face another day. Whoa, oh, I love you.
Beautiful. And what would you whisper when the music stops?
It's gonna be okay.
And is it okay?
It's okay.
Candace Woodson without the T. It's been an absolute delight. Thank you for being such a wonderful guest on the Andrew Eborn Show.
Oh, thank you so much. It's been my pleasure. All my across the pond fans, you know I love you. I love you so much. And just be blessed. And I'm coming over soon.
Fantastic. Tell us about that. When are you coming over?
I was told it's going to be in October, so we're going to do like a somewhat of a tour. So I will keep you all posted. You know, a lot of the Susie Sue is on top of it. She is the queen. She's the queen of indie music, of R&B, of knowing what everybody does. So she'll be sure to help get the word out. But I'm coming over on in October and trying to put all the finishing touches on it now.
Fantastic. And if people want to find out more about you, which I'm sure they would, tell them all about your socials and your website.
Oh, hey, the name, that's with an A, Candace, CandaceWoodson.com. Or you can go Candace Woodson Instagram. You can go Candace Woodson Facebook, Candace Woodson TikTok. They may have dots in them, but it's CandaceWoodson.
Fantastic. Candace Woodson. Thank you, Woodson. Thank you so much for being such a brilliant, brilliant guest.
Oh, thank you for the opportunity. This is Candace Woodson, Queen of Sophisticated Soul, wearing the jacket of Phyllis Hyman. And I have done the unfiltered interview with Andrew Eborn, and he has all of the, you know what, you better listen.